All right, let's wrap up where we started today. At Blue Road Earth wants to know, do you know of contingency plans being made by the NFL to play in the fall? I can't see how it can be business even close to as usual 5 months from now. We talked about this when we went on the air at 7 a.m. Eastern. Chris, the nonchalance that I detected from Jeff Pash, the NFL's general counsel, saying our plan is to go forward with a full season, full stadiums, 16 games, start on time. I just hope that is some kind of strange bravado, and that behind that they really are churning and working and generating ideas for how to get the most out of a bad situation if we do get to the point where this coronavirus pandemic requires the NFL to truncate the season. I just think it is way too optimistic at this point to plan for a full football season.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. And I don't hear any rumors of any contingency plans. And that's the thing I brought up during the show that scares me a little bit. There's just no talk of that. We're hearing rumors about, Major League Baseball, NBA basketball, hockey, trying to figure out ways to finish their season and make things right that way. We haven't heard one inkling. And I've talked to a lot of coaches while I'm sitting my butt here at home during this lockdown. And I'm just telling you, none of them have heard anything either. And they are very skeptical that this season will be normal. I think most coaches look at it right now and just go, there's no way. How can we play a full slate of, a full slate of scheduled games and everything like that? It doesn't look good right now.
Yeah, I think that I would prefer the NFL to say we're planning not just for a season, we're planning for everything. And we'll be ready for whatever the public health situation dictates at the time. We're optimistic that we will be in a spot where we can play in full stadiums by then. But if we can't, we will have a plan. I think that's what's more comforting to people, not this kind of stubborn, we intend to go forward, because people are going to look at that and say, are you not paying attention to what's happening in the world? And I think the more comforting thing is, don't worry, we will have a plan. No matter what happens, we will have a plan. We're identifying all of our options, and we will bring you football in 2020. I think that would go a lot farther to make people think the NFL, number one, gets it, and number two, really is connected to reality when it comes to coming up with a plan for 2020.
Yeah, well, it bothers me. And that's where, I get into the conversation again where, the commissioner for our sport works for the 32 owners, and he's not necessarily always seemed to be worried about everybody else. It's more about just pleasing them, and I look at, my neighbor who lives down the street here, Adam Silver. I just think he's shown great leadership throughout this, let alone just easing the public, easing the players of his league. There's constant conversation and rumors about alternate plans and what they might do. And I think as an NFL football fan and a guy who loves the NFL, and I got great respect for Roger Goodell, I just don't hear enough of that. And that bothers me a little bit.
Well, and just think of it this way, and I'm not trying to make it political. Look how long it took the experts who are providing advice to the president to finally break down that wall to get him to understand this is serious. And all accounts coming out of yesterday's briefing from the White House is that the president was as concerned and as pessimistic as he's ever been. Finally, because they put the paperwork on his desk that got his attention about how serious this is going to be. And I think maybe in time, assuming that there are experts around the commissioner, they can get the commissioner to understand that this that group dynamic of everything is going to be fine. If you have enough people in the room saying everything is going to be fine, they're all going to believe everything is going to be fine, even if it's not. That's my concern, that it's just this echo chamber where they've got themselves convinced it's going to be fine, and then someday they're going to open the door and they're going to say, holy crap, it's not fine. And then they're not going to have enough time to come up with a good plan. That's why I'm saying now, take it seriously and come up with the plans, because if you wait until after the draft, if you wait until June or July,
you're going
to not be in a position to come up with the best plan, right. and you're going to have to pull the plug on the season.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.